Hi everybody, Jill here. Welcome to my channel. Thanks so much for stopping by. Sure hope you decide to stick around. We're doing a wig chat today with a brand that I have never tried before. I have had a few of you reach out over just for a while now, actually ask me if I've ever tried a Paula Young wig, and I never have. And recently I did experiment with Toni Brattin wigs, those wigs that I have been sharing with you, completely enjoying them. As a matter of fact, I have one on my head right now. This is Impressive by Toni Brattin in the color light blonde. So I decided, you know, I really have never had any experience with Toni Brattin either, never heard of her or her brand before, and was pleasantly surprised. The price point is fabulous, and I couldn't be more thrilled. So I decided, you know, I'm gonna look into this Paula Young site and look at some of her wigs as well and see if we have a similar experience. So thanks so much for suggesting. I finally did purchase my very own Paula Young wig. This is with my own money. I just really was curious. So let's get to it. So yep, as the title states, I'm trying out my very first Paula Young wig here. So this is a very similar price point as the Toni Brattin line. And so because of that lovely price point, we have here a very basic cap, just like the Toni Brattin wigs. So we have a nice, really nice, soft little area here at the top. So that's going to cut down on itching, and I appreciate anytime I can get this really soft velvet in a cap construction, I'm happy. So at least we got some of that here. We have open wefts. This is completely 100% machine wefted, and we even have those wefts up here as well. That's going to help with ventilation. Hopefully keep it cool for us. The stretch is really nice. Let's look at the ear tabs or the temple tabs. So we do not have any moleskin or any velvet going on there here at the side. We do have metal stays, but they're not the strongest. Same with kind of the Toni Brattin wigs, kind of very similar there actually. I do prefer a nice firm metal stay, but I haven't had any issues with it wanting to pop up or anything with my Toni Brattin wigs. So hopefully we have that same experience here with this as well. Now we do have a sort of extended nape here, but it does not have any nice sort of lining to it, either the velvet or moleskin lining down there. We do have the Velcro pull tabs, which most of us prefer to have the Velcro versus kind of the bra strap kind. I do, because the bra strap kind has a little sort of ring, and I can feel it down there, and it does irritate me, so I like that these are completely flat. So that's nice. Otherwise, you guys, this is a very basic cap construction. All right. So let's take a look. I really have not put this on my head, so I am kind of excited. All right. So again, no lace front. But I've actually gotten used to that with having the Toni Brattin. Now, I pull a little bit of hair out here, but I would definitely want to use fill-in powder right through here. You know, I do have hair, but it's very fine and sparse, and you can kind of see my scalp, but my hair does grow out right about there. So I'm going to want to use some fill-in powder all around. Plus, I will kind of take it and bring it right on through the actual hair itself to kind of cover up that mousy brown gray. But it'll kind of help to give an illusion of a better hairline. Should I do that? I'll just do that right now. So I use fill-in powder. It's called fill-in powder. I get it from Ulta.com. Sometimes I'll get it from Amazon. It's very inexpensive, and I just have always used this brand. I've never used a different one, so I wouldn't be able to tell you if one is better than the other. They're waterproof. So yes, I've had people ask I've had people ask if it's waterproof, and yes, they are waterproof. These are root powders, so you'll find them where you would buy hair coloring, and women will use these fill-in powders to cover their roots in between going to the salon and getting their roots done. So it is waterproof, and they work very well. This one I've been very happy with. I don't have any complaints. I just know that it's probably the least expensive of many of them. So if I'm happy with it, I figure, why should I experiment? All right. I did kind of shake this out a little bit, just a little bit before I put it on my head to hopefully kind of get the fibers off the cap a little bit. So, wow, my first impression is, wow, this is really pretty. It really is. The bangs, perfect length for me. I know a lot of people like to trim them and get them off kind of where their eye level is. I don't know why. I just feel more secure with a longer sort of bang that I can take to one side or the other. I'm feeling, is this a little crooked or is that just me? There we go. This is gorgeous. This is really pretty. It's not a blonde, that is true, but I think I am pretty happy with this color. It's not real dark, but it does have a little bit of a root, kind of a shadowing under there, and I really have to have that. I am a root wigged gal. I don't care what color it is. I mostly wear blondes, and I do like my rooted blondes. But if I do a brunette, I still like to see a darker shadow in there, and it just, to me, gives me a little more realism to a wig. Now, I know in real life we like to keep up on that and we don't want to have a root, but with wigs I really do think it just sort of makes it a little bit more real. So as I move this, you guys, you're seeing my wig grip under here. That's not wefts that you're seeing, that's actually my wig grip, so don't get too thrown by that. All right. So the feel of the fibers, very nice, very nice, very soft. It feels like beautiful hair. It feels healthy, and it is very, very pretty. Yes, I'm quite impressed with the feel and look of these fibers. I think they're quite realistic. I also am not feeling the need to dry shampoo this. I think I can tolerate a more shine with a brunette, but yet, saying that, I don't want you to think this is shiny and I'm just okay with it because it's brownish. No, actually, it just looks like a healthy hair. So that's great. I don't feel the need that I need to dull that shine down. That's very nice. I am going to deepen my lip color. I like it when I wear blondes to go nude, a nude color like this, but with a little bit darker color, I do feel like I need to do something about that. I had it all over the place. Okay. Well, that's better. I still feel like yeah, that's better, I think. Yeah, that's better. All right, so yeah, the feel is really nice. Let's take a spin before I take any hairspray or anything to this. Let's take a spin. right, so yeah, I feel like this lots of body, like right in through here in the back and all of that. And you know, I really think a lot of that is box hair. I think that if you were to take it out and set it on one of those dryer racks, let it sit on one of those for a while. And I think that the fibers itself will probably just sort of relax and start dropping. That is a guess. I don't know for sure, but there's a lot of body in this wig. There really is, lots of body. I think it's lovely. So I'm gonna go ahead and put a little hairspray in here. Now my favorite wig hairspray for synthetic fibers is the Style and Hold Hair by Beauty Mark. It's out of all of the different ones that I've tried, and I've tried I think 4 or 5 by now, this is still my favorite. It's a pump type, it's not an aerosol. And then when I watched Toni Brattin on QVC as she demonstrated her wigs, she used this. This is Tresemme number 4. Extra Firm Hold Hairspray. This obviously is for human hair, but I saw her use it on her wigs and I decided, all right. So I went ahead and I started using this on my Toni Brattin wigs. I've even washed one, it comes out, it's fine, but I haven't been brave enough to use this on any other brand. And I don't know what my reasoning is other than you just never know. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and experiment and use it on this one today. And if I ruin it, I ruin it. I think we'll be okay. Now, one thing that I haven't mentioned yet, you guys, is that this is the VersaFiber within the Paula Young line. You know, Paula Young has many different collections within her line, and this one is the VersaFiber, as you can see right there. And what that means is that it can take some heat. It's a heat-friendly fiber. So I purposely wanted to pick out one of these VersaFiber wigs within her line because I do prefer heat-friendly fibers. Not because I just love to curl and style them in with heat, it's because I prefer the way they look and feel. The downside to these sorts of fibers that can take heat is generally they will break down faster. Not because you're using heat, but just the way that they are. They're very prone to that friction sort of breakdown, and they will do so much quicker than your regular synthetic fiber that cannot take any heat. But there is a give and take. I feel they do look more realistic and they feel more realistic, and generally you do not have to worry about an overabundance of shine. So I do love my heat-friendly fibers, I know. Anyway, this is a heat-friendly fiber. So I just want to take some hairspray to this and just, it doesn't, I don't think it's really gonna need a lot, but I just thought, you know me, I'm gonna wanna put some hairspray in it. Now, this does not have any monofilament, right? So you're not gonna get a realistic scalp appearance. But with a wig like this, it's really not that necessary, which is why, again, I do prefer some shadow shading there close to the root area, in especially a cap construction like this. Because adding that, very tastefully done, by the way, shadow shading, sort of rooting situation, is that it's okay. You know, it's okay that we don't see scalp all the way down there. It looks very realistic, totally fine. Again, if you want that, if you want a monofilament part, if you want a full monofilament top, single layer, double layer, whatever, it's gonna not be at the price point that this wig is right now. That's the thing, you know. I do like my wig styles when I'm styling to look a little airy, to look, you know, if it's heavy in an area, I like to lift it up and put a little bit of airiness in there. Because why do I do that? I just think it looks more realistic. And if this were my own hair, I would be wanting to do this to it. I love body in the crown. I would probably want to lift this up. I come from the 80s. I am not afraid of big hair. Within reason, of course, but I'm not. It's very pretty. It really is. But let's go ahead and put a headband in it. I haven't done this in a while. Really cute. Did the headband thing. So another thing that I really like to do, and that looks cute, but again, headband, guys, square, that is my wig grip, not headband, that's my wig grip, is you can twist this and pin it here, or you can just tuck this excess behind, or you can kind of tuck the rest behind. You can take this excess and twist it and put a bobby pin in it. This really is something I do with all my wigs, long or short. I love doing this. Now this has a weft, so I'm going to just bring it in back toward itself and just sort of find a weft and stick it in there without damaging it. And then we can, looks like I grabbed a little more further down on this side than I did the other side, but that's okay. And again, I'm just going to find a weft real carefully and just tuck this back into itself, and it'll be pretty secure that way. So, that's very pretty as well. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to take my camera off its thing here, and we're going to go take a little walk outside. Let's take a look at this color in some different lighting. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and take this stuff out, and then we'll take a look at it without the stuff in my hair. Can't see a thing I'm doing. All right, so I'm going to say goodbye. Thank you so much. Stay well, stay safe, and stay young at heart. Bye-bye.